What is going on, guys? It's Sumner from landinvestor.co in my new house in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm gonna walk you guys through a really cool video about how you can get your first land deal in 90 days and how we engineer our LIA group coaching program using this 90-day framework that I've created. Now, I need to preface here. So first off, what we see inside the LIA group coaching program is the folks that do incredible things, right? The folks that do 400K net profit their first year, 300K net profit their first year. There's a few variables that we've seen as commonalities. So one of the first commonalities is they show up to all the weekly calls, right? We meet Mondays, we meet Wednesdays. The folks that show up consistently, it's no surprise that those are the folks that are getting the best results. But the other thing that we've seen, and this has kind of been an interesting finding, is that the guys and the girls that get their first deal sooner rather than later seem to have the really big outcomes within their first year, first few years land investing. And so it got me thinking, there's gotta be a way to engineer getting someone their first deal as soon as possible, right? I've talked to hundreds of land investors and I've heard all sorts of stories of people that have been doing this for 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, and they still don't have a deal. And in my opinion, there's a few reasons why that's the case. But when I look at the people that have just unreal results out of the gate, it's usually because they get a deal really early on. Now, the thing is that first deal is not to make you rich, right? Even your first few deals, your first 100 deals are not to make you rich. Those deals are to build momentum. And that's really the secret. The folks that get a deal early on in their land investing career, it gives them a proof of concept. It builds momentum. It puts reps under their belts and says, okay, this is doable. This is a thing. It still blows my mind to this day, but there are so many folks that are 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They're skeptical if this works. I can't believe it. You shuffle some papers around and you make money. Look, the business works, right? This is a business that's been around since the dawn of time, not so much in terms of flipping dirt, but this is a classic arbitrage business, right? You are taking one asset or one thing from a cohort of people that don't value it. Old owners who say, I don't want this anymore. And you're taking that from one cohort, you're moving it to a different cohort of people that say, I really value this. But some folks, they can't wrap their head around how this works or how this could work or yada, yada, yada. And so I think there's a lot of people playing this game or looking to play this game that have doubt in their mind. And so what we need to do inside of our program, or if you're doing this on your own, is engineer your land investing business to get you your first deal in 90 days. So I'm gonna walk you guys through this roadmap. This is what we put all of our LIA group coaching members on when they initially join with us. So this is what it looks like. So first off, in the LIA group coaching program, we have an ethos that we call the Learn, Implement, Coach framework. If you've ever been on a call with me, you've heard me talk about this. So our course is a behemoth, right? It's like drinking from a fire hose, as any good land investing course should be, right? And I always break it down. There's two sides to the coin in this business, right? First, there's the skill acquisition. You've got to acquire the skills of being a phenomenal land investor. That's skill-based, right? Picking markets, pricing data, reviewing deals, talking to sellers, talking to buyers. That is a skill that you need to hone. And then the second side that we go over in the program is, okay, how do you take that skill and turn it into a repeatable, consistent, and profitable business? That's a lot to intake. And we would never want someone just to go through a course and you think they're gonna figure it out, right? I just think that courses they're static, it's in a vacuum. And so what you need is a positive feedback loop. And so what we have the members do is they go through the program and they take what they're learning at each step of the way and they go and implement immediately. So let's say you're going through the market selection modules, right? You're learning how to select markets, you're looking over my shoulder as I'm selecting markets. You don't want to just go move on to the next chapter or the next module. You need to go and implement what you've learned. And better yet, you need to go get coached on what you put together. And so what we do is you go through the modules, you implement what you've learned, you take that feedback and you bring it to the Monday call, the Wednesday call, you put it in our Discord, you get feedback on that, whether it's markets that you're selecting, pricing data, reviewing deals. You need that positive feedback loop. And I think that people are trying to build a land business with just a course. It's like you're building it with a hope and a dream, right? You need that feedback loop to ensure that you're doing the right thing, because what we see is far too many land investors, they get stuck and they just stay there, right? They have 2,000 pieces of data that they pulled and they've yet to mail it out because they don't know if it's right. They have 10 deals in their CRM, they don't know if they should do any of those deals because they don't know if they're good deals, right? You need that feedback to give you the confidence to move forward. Hey guys, quick interruption on this video. I wanted to let you guys know about our LIA group coaching program. So inside the LIA community, we've got two flagship offers. Our first and foremost, most popular is the LIA group coaching program. And we've got the LIA program, which is a standalone course. If you guys are interested in either and you want to go through a strategy call, a land investing strategy call, it's not a sales call, it's not a pitch fest. We will build you out a land investing roadmap and then figure out whether the LIA program or the LIA group coaching program can be of service to you. Inside those programs, you get access to deal funding, all the discounted tools and resources. You get to work with me, all of the LIA coaches. You get to be inside the private LIA community. It's bad to the bone. We've got guys and girls doing 300, 400, 500K in their first year net. We got some folks that are going to hit 7-figure land investing business this year, 2 years in of working with us. It's incredible what we are doing. So if you guys like this content, just imagine how good the paid content is. You guys can book a free call with my team and I at the link down below. We've got spots available this week and I look forward to talking to you. So that's step number one. You go through the Learn, Implement, Coach framework. 2 weeks into the LIA group coaching program, you start selecting markets. You bring those markets to our weekly calls. You have those market reviews. We say, no, yes to this one, yes to this one, and here's why, right? You need to get the breakdown and the rationale as to why we said yes, why we said no, and kind of putting you in our minds, and so you can see our thought process behind that as we do this in real time on our group coaching calls. Then right after that 2 week mark, right, you've already picked a few markets, some of them have been blessed and they're ready to go. The next step is you pull the data, right? You go into data tree, you pull your data set, and now you start working on the pricing. Now this is an area that you're not gonna rush through, right? Like I think as you develop your land investing skill set, you can get this done in a few hours or a day. When you're first starting, you need about 2 weeks to piece this together. So you're going through with the pricing, you're gonna go use some averages to throw the pricing together, and it's gonna be kind of sloppy, but it'll be a good start. Then you'll go through and kind of round the edges on it and go, okay, you know what, I need to put a gradient here so the price doesn't drop off, and you'll slowly keep on improving on it. And these first few mailers are gonna be horribly inefficient, but that's okay. You're trying to acquire this skill set. So from 2 weeks of selecting your market to the 4 week mark, you should have that data set priced and ready to go. You've iterated on it. You say, all right, it's time to send it out. You kick it out the door, you get it sent out to the mail house, they mail it out. Now, usually about 2 to 3 weeks is when your mail's gonna start landing and you start getting seller leads coming inbound. A weird little hidden fact is usually the angriest seller leads are the ones that call first, so you're gonna get a lot of hate calls, blah, 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 blah. And then about 8 weeks, you should have leads coming back to you that are actually good, right? You're getting a few good deals in your pipeline, but you might not know that, right? You might not know a good deal from a bad deal. And so you take those deals to our weekly coaching calls and you have them reviewed. We say yes to this one, no to this one, and here's the rationale as to why. And then we get those deals funded for you. We say, this is a good deal. We'll get it funded for you. Pass it off to our funding partners inside the program, send it off to the title company. They cover the purchase price and the closing costs. And now you have to play the waiting game. Now, unfortunately, when you're using title companies, we're at the mercy of their timelines. It can be as short as 2 weeks, or it can be as long as 4 weeks in some cases. So usually at about the 12-week mark, you're gonna have deals that are getting listed, you're putting the marketing together, you're putting them on the market, and this is the beautiful thing, right? If you've done these steps correctly, you shouldn't just have one deal. You should have multiple deals in our pipeline. We had a gentleman named Preston who's still inside the LIA group coaching program. He went through this framework, got 6 deals under contract, about 65K in net profit after all partner fees, title costs, all that jazz. Net profit in his pipeline, right? Those didn't all drop, but he goes and lists those. 3 of them drop in the first few weeks, another one drops the next week, and they slowly start staggering in. And what that does is that builds a F-ton amount of a momentum in your business. And guess what he does next, right? An example of Preston, he says, I'm doubling down. Like, I see that this works, and I'm here for it, and I'm gonna push to the next level. And the beautiful thing is, you know, I tell most new land investors, when you're getting started, you need about 10 grand of runway. That's gonna cover your software stack, marketing costs, data costs, and really that should get you to the 90-day mark. And at that point, you should be getting paid from those deals. You pay yourself back, so now you're in the game for no money, and you're playing with house's money, right? So when we look at the example of Preston, it's like, pay yourself back, cost of education, cost to run your business for the first 90 days, and now you're snowballing house's money, and it's just a no-lose situation, right? It's a risk-off scenario. And that's the framework, right? And so again, these first few deals are not for you to go stack up your pockets and go buy a new car. That's to get the proof of concept. That's to validate this idea and give yourself the intrinsic, the confidence to say that this is real, this is it. And what I see is like, we talk about the folks that show up on the group coaching calls. Yes. We talk about the folks that get their deal initially. Yes. But really, if we can narrow it down The key skill set for people that get this business are the people that believe in themselves and believe in the opportunity. And unfortunately, some people can't conceptualize that until they see results in front of them. That's okay. Like when I got into this business, I had blind faith. I knew it was gonna work because I trusted myself. I knew I couldn't fail because I was me and I was gonna make this work no matter what. This had to work come hell or high water. And I understand that not every person has that mindset, right? But really at the end of the day, either you have to have belief when you first start or you gotta get results as soon as possible to engineer that belief, because you can't play this game with a lack of self-confidence. You can't play this game unless you truly believe in yourself. And so you guys can rip off that 90-day template. You can do it on your own, or you can pop into our LIA group coaching program and get coached this entire process, develop that self-belief, and build a kick-ass land investing business. I swear to God, this was not meant to be a pitch, but you guys got me motivational. I got fired up. This is it. This is what we do all day long inside the LIA Group Coaching Program. If you guys are curious and learning more about kicking off your land investing business and getting your first deal in 90 days, links down below to book a call with my team and I, landinvestor.co. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care.